Hi, I'm Alison and I work for SSNL. I'm a Sugarcraft tutor. I've been working now for SSNL for approximately 4 years, teaching all abilities of Sugarcraft and cake decorating. I started many years ago purely as a hobby for myself, and I fell in love with it, and over the many years I've now made it my career. Sugarcraft is a fun, creative, therapeutic hobby that's available for all abilities. Today we're going to make a moulded sugar rose. To do this, we only have very few tools and equipment, so anyone at home could do this as long as you've got some sugar paste. I chose to use chocolate sugar paste today because it's very pliable, it's very easy to work with, and it's not as soft as just normal sugar paste you can get from the supermarkets. This is actually a Renshaw Regal Ice, and it actually smells and tastes like chocolate as well, so it's absolutely lovely. It's a lovely medium to work with. So that's the sugar paste. Then we need, this is a Polly Pocket, which I've cut off the sides so you can open it up to use. Then we have a little knife, and then if you need to water your sugar paste, then there's a water pen here as well. So first of all, what we need to do is make a cone. So I'm going to take a bit of sugar paste, roll it into a ball, and then make it into a cone shape. Okay, so that's, we're going to use, I might actually pinch a bit off because it might be a little bit big. So just roll it up into a ball again, and then work it so you come up to cone shape. Okay, and then you put that to one side. And then with the rest of the paste, you need to roll out a sausage. And basically the thickness of your sausage will determine the size of your discs that you're going to be using to make petals with. So I'm going to go about that thickness. And at this stage, if you find it's a bit sort of finger up and down wobbly, you can actually get a smoother and use that, and that gives you a really nice even sausage. I think we're going to go with that. I think that's fine. So then what you need to do, you need to take, cut out 9 discs. So you cut off the end, and then you cut 1 disc, and then if you're not too sure about gauging the sizes to keep consistency, then just put it against the next lot and then cut to get the same width. Or you can just do it by your thumb and your finger. So you just, if you pinch it, then you know it's going to be roughly the same thickness of the depth of your thumbnail. So we need 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we discard that to one side. And then what you need to do is to roll all these discs into a ball and then place it in your plastic folder. I mean, it doesn't matter that they're not exactly the same size, because it should all work out okay. I mean, flowers are never the same size. Petals in nature, they can all be different sizes. So just roll all these out. Like I said, this is a method that we use when you don't have any cutters available. It's obviously not wired, so it's something that even children can do. And you don't have to go out and spend a fortune on any equipment. You've got all this from at home. I mean, if you can't get a Polly Pocket, then you can use just a plastic bag. Just cut the sides and make sure that you've got the, able to get in and out of the sleeve. So then we've got all our 9 balls, and then with your palm of your hand, I always use this bit on my thumb, I squash it down, each one, just slightly. Okay, and then you've got circles there. So then with your forefinger or your thumb, whichever it works for you, I then sort of halfway across that disc, I put a line, and then I squash down and go around So what you're doing is actually thinning the top end of that sugar paste. And do all that with all of the discs. Whichever works for you, you can use your fingers. And then just want it nice and smooth, and what you're doing, you're just thinning out the edges. So do all this. Okay, so there you've got the 9. And peel back the top. And then with your first one, peel it off, get your cone. And then what you want to do is wrap this around like a little jacket. So you want to fold that side over. And the aim is what you've got to do is cover that cone. But you also want to make a nice wrapped around point. That's your centre of your rose. Then get your next petal. And as you peel it off the plastic, it actually then sort of bends slightly backwards, as you can see. That's good. So then you turn it around, and then that gives you that movement of a petal. So you place it across the middle, place in the middle across the join of your previous petal, and then you just wrap that one slightly round to the right hand side and just make sure that's stuck. Now this paste is quite pliable and quite sticky. If your paste that you're using isn't, then you would need to use your water pen just to put a bit of water for it to stick. But I'm okay with this paste today. And it does depend on the temperature of the room. I mean, in the summer, it can dry it very, very quickly. And in the winter, it could be, you just need to work it more to get it nice and pliable. So it does depend. It's very dependent on weather, how this paste will work. So then the next petal, you just literally slip inside the first one. You go halfway inside, and then you get the third one and do exactly the same. Just place it halfway inside the previous petal, but you're also trying to keep the same height. So you've got a spiral effect going on there. And then what you do is get one of the petals and then you pull across and down slightly. And go around and do the same, pull across and then down, pull across and down. This is what really stick in really nicely. And then you want to just flip the top edges just to give it a little bit of movement. So then that's your first layer. Then you want, the next layer would be 5 petals. So you now got to get 5 all the way around. So you start off with the first one, and again you put it over halfway over an edge of a petal underneath. You wouldn't put it there because the effect's not the same. So if you start off there, and don't worry if it's a different height like that one is, because we're going to sort that out in a moment. So then you just go all the way around and tuck them in each other, and you want to make sure the top bit, the thin bit, sorry, is on the top, because that was where your petals are showing. So just go all the way around and literally, again, keep them the same height as the one underneath. And then pick that one up. You can see it's just spiraling around. Tuck that in. And then you do exactly the same as what you did before. Make sure that right hand side's stuck. Then you just pull that petal across and then slightly down. Pull across and down. Pull across and down. And so forth, like that. And then you can just flick back slightly, curl those petals back, just to give movement, and then it looks like it's, just gives some sort of realistic effect. And then obviously you can see there's quite a lot of paste here. So what we need to do is actually need to squeeze this in now slightly, and as you can see the rose will actually just move slightly and it comes up. And then once you get to that stage you can then roll it in between your fingers. Okay, and then just gradually it will get thinner and thinner and thinner, and then it should drop off. And then if you've got a little bit there, you can then just slice it off with your knife. And there is your quick and easy rose. Thank you very much for watching my demo. If you'd like to come and join me at any of my Sugarcraft classes, then please visit the website for further information.